Coach Karabo, thank you very much for your time. 1-1 draw here. Your assessment of the game, please.
Always a difficult game, playing Pele. We know they're possession-based side with a lot of mobility, especially in the midfield, trying to draw us out into the deeper areas, trying to pull our guys from the half spaces. They want to use the half spaces, they want to use the wing spaces for the overlaps. So very mobile opponent. I think our guys held very well because it's a very difficult team to play against Pele. They'll almost always get the players they want, the best players around, especially the young ones, So they've built quite a good team. On my side, what worked for me is also that the guys stuck to the game plan. We said, fine, they can have the ball. We will play in moments and we will wait and put them in a trap. So we set traps and they fell into a lot of the traps. We should have punished them in the first half on the blind sides. We knew they were going to vacate those areas. We knew that they were going to push up. The goalkeeper also pushes up. So we had those opportunities. They've recovered well as well. I have to give to Pele that even if we tried to expose those areas, they also recovered quite well. But 1-1, fair reflection of the game. I think so. It's one penalty each. We can always complain. But I still always say that players must always take care of what they can control. They must always make sure that they put the ball in the net. We've had opportunities. So on the balance of things, we had opportunities. We should have scored our opportunities and not cry about one penalty or whatever it is. We should have, I think, increased the scoreline. On the balance of the game, I think we had the better chances in the first half from set plays. We traveled them quite a bit. But yeah, look, it's a point away from home. Am I crying for it? Yeah, of course, we want 3 points, we want maximum points. But yeah, I'll take the point.
Coach, if one were to look at the possession stats, I'm sure Pele have more of the possession. But in terms of the chances created, one will say it's a bit balanced. How difficult is it, Coach, to have that approach where you are able to close down the spaces, allow them to have the ball, but still be able to create the chances when you have a ball, given the fact that you are much far back in your own area now, having to get to the final third, you need to be much quicker and be able to get there before they close those spaces. How difficult is that approach?
Look, not very difficult. When we analyzed their style of play, it's a possession-based style. We knew that they're going to have a lot of it. We knew that they overload a lot with almost a line of 5 up front. So if they have a line of 5 up front, we will have a numerical superiority of 6 at the back, including our CDMs, who will close off the half spaces. So what does it leave us with? It leaves us with almost a 4v5 with their last line of defense, while it's the 2 CDMs and a lot of the times the 2 center backs and one of the full backs. They rotate quite a bit. So if we have a 4v5 situation with speed, dribbling ability, the physical component of our striker, we realize that we have a qualitative superiority on a 1v1 situation when our striker had the number 23 on him, when our attacking mid, Guleng, was on the number 2 side, because at a qualitative superiority side, I think we had the advantage. And I said, guys, let's use this numerical, this qualitative superiority, because yes, they've got more numbers, 5 at the back, but we've got 4 against 5, but our 4 has got speed. Our 4 has got a bit of physique up front. Our 4 has got a little bit of guile, a little bit of intelligence behind the striker. So it was not obviously not going to be easy with the numerical superiority, but at a qualitative superiority on a 1v1, I felt we had a lot of advantages, and we should have punished those advantages, especially in the first half. I think in the first half, we saw those superiorities come to the fore a lot. The ball being played behind, the ball being held by our striker, our wingers going. I think the goal came from one of those situations with our number 11 going wide, dribbling in, and he caused havoc in the box. We got a penalty from that situation. So I think not difficult if you do your analysis and you know you can apply these things. And our guys stuck to that game plan. They did very well in the first half with that game plan. So I think, yeah, we can say it could get difficult because their possession stats will obviously increase, but they'll have moments where they lapse concentration. They'll have moments where they leave a flat line at the back. They'll push up the line, and we can exploit the space behind.
Coach, I noticed, I think the game was 1-1. It happened on 2 occasions where the goalkeeper made a save, went down, I don't know, maybe trying to steal a few seconds, and you shouted him in both occasions to say, let's go, let's go.
Look, as much as we are away from home, in terms of possession, the opponent has got an advantage. But I think on the offensive transition, we were better. You know, we caused a lot of panic in that defense. And the moment when I shouted the goalkeeper, we actually had advantages up front and in advanced positions. I think he just scoops it up, throws it to our wing back. He can run with it into the space, draw one of them and play the ball behind them. Of course, as coaches, we see certain things on the outside that we think could have been done better. But maybe the player with his teammates, they discussed something, said, no, maybe let's slow down the game. We need to break the momentum. I don't know. It's things that, decisions that the players make that we still need to understand. When you get back into that proverbial drawing board, we need to ask them what was their thought process in those situations when we could have possibly had an advantage. We had fresh legs on the wings, so why didn't we use them? So there's things that you speak to players, trying to find understanding, try to find how those decisions they made of calming the game down when we had the advantage. So yeah, it's basically just trying to get understanding as to why those decisions were made.
Last one, Coach, your squad composition. We know as a university team you face a situation where players have to graduate and go into the market to look for jobs, and so others leave the university and you have to bring in players. There are some new faces here. How is your squad composition taking into consideration the rules like your under-23 and so on?
Yeah, look, we are one of the few teams like Pele. They'll reinforce here and there, but they still keep the core of their team. I can name all of them. I know all of them by name and surname because they kept their core team. You can see the few additions they've had with Pogiso jumping the fence from UJ to Pele, you know. There's a couple of guys they reinforced with, Dube up front as well. So they've kept the core of their squad. I think we are one of the few ones who've done that as well. We've kept the core of the team from regional league. First season ABC and second season now ABC. We've kept almost the same core group. We've added here and there, but the addition is just seniority to improve the tactical maturity of the players, you know. If you look at the composition right now of our team, we had 7 under-23s with 1 19-year-old, I think 4 20-year-olds, and maybe 2 21, 22-year-olds in the squad. These are still young. These
it's a fairly young team.
Yeah, very, very young. And that's why I go out to get tactically mature players who can lead these youngsters. But I can assure you, in a few seasons to come, when these guys mature, will give a lot of people problems. But I understand that they still need to go out and look for jobs. They'll graduate, and some of them will move on. But some of them, because we treat them well at home, you know, they enjoy this environment. They love playing football. They can go work. I've got a couple here who are already working, but they've come back to say, Coach, we still want to continue playing. And they are continuing. They are playing. There's 2 guys who are in the lineup who are working, but they continue playing. So the recruitment for next year as well. I think if all those recruits are admitted at the university, we will be a force to be reckoned with. If I can get all the guys I've scouted, if I can get them all into the university next year, I think will be unstoppable for a few years to come. You know, so not few, but many years to come, because I think we've done well with the recruitment. Unfortunately, we have to wait for the next year for them to get admitted and so forth. Others already are here. There's 3 who are here. Those 20-year-olds I speak about, the 19-year-olds, they're already registered with the team, so they're already playing with the team. So that's how we fast track them, basically.
Yes.
I know with their APS scores, you know, their admission scores, I know that they've got very higher than average scores. One is scored a 31 for a course that requires, you know, a lower APS, but these boys are very good academically, you know, and I think they'll get in. And they've got advantage that already they're going to have half a season of ABC Motsepe football before they even enter the university. So recruitment is critical to keep the cycle going. We know the cycle is 3 to 4 years, but recruitment is critical to keep it going for many more years.
Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best going forward.
Thank you so much.